Hi everyone and welcome back to Enough is Enough. Ace of Pyrite joining you again today, and we're going to be talking about new operators. We've got two that will be joining us in Operation Phantom Sight, which is year 4 season 2, and that will be Nøkk and it will be Warden. Specifically today we're going to be taking a look at Nøkk, which is the Danish operator, and there will be another video coming where we're going to break down Warden. Both of these, as a brief opinion, seem quite interesting to me. They are a little less powerful than we've seen in previous seasons with operators like Lion, for instance, but mentioning Lion, that's not necessarily a bad thing, that they are just that little bit less complicated. I like this. It's sort of going back to basics, sort of year 1 operators like Sledge and Mute, just really simplistic operators with a clear-cut ability that just impacts on themselves, and I think it's going to bring some interesting mechanics, and there's not going to be anything sort of too crazy going on. Looking at Nøkk first of all, then we'll take a quick look through the bio. Then she is a super secretive operator. She's heavily undercover through most of her history and operations, so you can see there the operator name is redacted, as are most of the other details. All we have to go on is that she is out of the Danish Jaeger Corps and she is called Nøkk, or at least that's her nickname. Looking then quickly at her statistics, we can see there that Nøkk's unique ability is the Hell Presence Reduction. So this is a little device that she wears, sort of like a watch, and it basically wipes her image from observation tools. So to clarify that, we're talking all types of cameras. We're going to have a look at them specifically, but you're looking at any visual sort of feedback. So static cameras, Valkyrie cameras, bulletproof cameras, all of those will have Nøkk's image removed from them when her gadget is active. She's 2 armor and 2 speed, so she's middle of the pack. Taking a look through her weapons then, first of all, her primary 2 choices. You've got the FMG9, which of course we see on the SAS operators, Smoke in particular. This is a close range submachine gun. We've got a high fire rate there, reasonable damage, not too bad, and the recoil is actually pretty moderate. You can deal with it quite easily. There's not a lot of fans of this gun, but I can't say as I overly dislike it. I've got on quite well with it so far. The next option she's got is the 612 SD. So this is the silenced shotgun that we've seen on some of the other operators like Legion. Both of these guns already exist in the game, so nothing new there. A complete contrast going from submachine gun to shotgun. For her secondary options, we've got the 5.7 USG, which is just a normal single-fire semi-automatic pistol. Or alternatively, and I think probably the much more popular choice, we've got another version of the D50 that is actually equipped with a silencer, so that just changes the D50 up a little bit. And so far in the test server, and it is only in the test server, this could be changed yet, but we've seen this actually being pretty powerful so far because the recoil is pretty low and manageable. You can really rain some quick shots in with this one. As always then, we will now head into some custom games and we're going to really break Nøkk down. We're going to have a look at that ability, what it looks like, how it works, and I'm going to give you a few little pointers as to how it might be best used. Now then, given Nøkk's ability to be invisible to cameras, I thought we'd switch up the style a little bit for this video, and we've gone picture in picture so that you're not just watching an empty screen for 5 or 6 minutes. So we've got Nøkk on screen now. I'm going to show you what her ability looks like both to her and on cameras. So when she's moving at normal speed, you can see there she is invisible to the cameras, but as soon as she moves at anything more than normal speed, I just drop out of the invisibility there. So I'll go back in a second once it's recharged. There is a cooldown on the ability. Once you move at anything more than a normal walking speed, then you will glitch out on the camera, and that makes you a little bit more visible. It's still not completely visible, to be fair, and there's a couple of other scenarios that we're going to look over as well. So off on the left of your screen, you can see there's some debris on the floor that's come from a broken barricade, and when Nøkk reaches there, I'm just going to walk around. You can see that that debris moves relative to her position, so it can even give you an idea of which side of a doorway she is on. Looking now at barbed wire, again, if Nøkk's ability is active, you can see not only does the barbed wire shift, much like with the debris, but this time it also causes Nøkk to glitch out as well. So another great indicator there. And if she goes up and starts hitting that barbed wire to clear it out, it's going to be another good indicator. Now, as you can see, Legion is going to be a great counter to Nokk. I personally think they could maybe go a little stronger than they have. You can see that she glitches each time she takes damage, and then she completely comes out of invisibility to take the device out. But I think they could maybe go a little bit stronger there, just to make that more of a counter. I'm going to use a couple of the other cameras now to demonstrate that they work in exactly the same way. So you can see the Valkyrie cam first of all, and then the Maestro cam, a little bit of a nice look at some of the new areas of Cafe as well. And then we're going to move on to have a look at how this interacts with some of the other Defender gadgets. It occurred to me, what happens with an Elemine or a Mute Jammer? So we're going to have a look at those two now. We've got an Elemine up here on the top floor of Cafe. You can see that it is triggered and it's a good visual signal to the camera, but at no point does it make Nokk glitch, so don't worry about that too much. Same again with the Mute Jammers. I thought that we might have had one or two more counters to this, but Nokk is able to move very cleanly past a Mute Jammer, again without any glitching or moving into sight at all. So now looking a little bit more at actual real world gameplay, how does this gadget work best? How, what are the best ways to get advantages from it? This first clip demonstrates something that I've been doing, and that is using the Hell Presence device just to keep me off cams when I'm going to be unable to defend myself. So if I'm going into drones, I've now got a habit of just using the device to keep me off cams. So if a Mozzie drone comes through or a Valkyrie camera is in that room and they check it at that point in time where I can't defend myself, then they are not going to see me there, and it's maybe just going to help give me that edge and keep me alive until I can get back into a position where I can fight. So that's one way I've been using it. On this second clip, you're going to notice that I use my movement in sync with the gadget as much as I can, and this is a great tip here. So when I'm out of gadget, I'm using the crouch. When that has recharged, I know there's somebody down in kitchen, so I then stand up because I can move quicker. I don't need to be crouch walk for my steps to be muffled. So talking about muffled steps, I'm just going to shut up for a minute and let you watch the difference in sound. So you could see there on that second pass across when walking, it was so much quieter to an attacker or a defender. You can't really hear as much the movement of Nokk. So in the clip that I showed you where I killed Bandit, I'm just timing my movement in line with the gadget. So when it's available, I'm standing up and I'm walking quicker. I'm approaching the defenders quicker and hopefully just getting the drop on them a little bit, or getting myself into positions where they just are not aware of my presence. When that gadget drops off, then I maybe drop into a crouch walk just to keep my sound down while still moving and waiting for it to recharge. So that's another good way to use it as well. And in this clip playing at the minute, you can see that I get into a good position to take out the clash without her being aware at all that I'm actually there. So that's all that I've got for you on Nokk. I think she's going to be a good fun operator, probably the more useful of the two. Warden can be a little situational, but we'll go into that in a later video. Thanks as always for watching. I hope this has whetted your appetite, ready for that new season dropping. It's really not too far away now, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So far on the test server, it's feeling really good. There's some mixed opinions of the new cafe, but I think we are going to see a competitive environment there, or much more so than it has been in the past. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't already hit subscribe, please do. There's plenty more coming from Enough is Enough. We're going to be covering the other operators. I've got some other training videos coming along for you as well very soon that are hopefully going to help you improve your game and stop being that easy kill. Say enough is enough, and we'll see you next time.